It's time to do that monthly Q&A. Hopefully this Q&A is going to be fun, provided that half the questions aren't cancer, but we'll see what happens. You know, there's no promises with these. They'll be entertaining either way, so stick around, we're going to have a good time. Before we go any further, I'd like to address that this t-shirt isn't representing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's just got a helmet on it. It isn't Assassin's Creed merchandise at all, but it is pretty cool. I bought it because it looked nice. Okay, so our first question is, why do you look like Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle? I don't know. Have you played Watch Dogs? And if you have, do you like it nearly as much as Assassin's Creed? I have played both Watch Dogs 1 and 2. I like Watch Dogs 1. I'm not a huge fan of Watch Dogs 2. Neither of which do I like nearly as much as I liked my favourite Assassin's Creed games. Are you going to stream Red Dead Redemption before the release of Red Dead 2? Probably not. I mean, I don't know that far ahead. I'll definitely be streaming Red Dead 2 when it comes out, but I don't think that I'm going to be particularly, you know, interested in streaming anything in anticipation for it. Red Dead Redemption's great and I'd love to play it again. I just don't have the platform to play it at the moment. What does smell look like? I'm sure I answered this in my last video. Fishy, let's sauce in the tub, you dig? Not particularly. What do you think of a full modern day Assassin's Creed game? Side game, of course. That will tell what happens next with Layla. Because Odyssey is going to tell what happens next with Layla. That got announced between you asking this question and me coming to answering it. As for a side game modern day Assassin's Creed game in general, it might work, you never know. Batman or Superman? Batman. It's not even a debate. Batman. What's your favourite Fallout 4 faction? Well, when I played Fallout 4, I only played through Fallout 4 once to my shame, and I went with the Railroad. I'm not sure what the other endings are, so I suppose I'd go with the Railroad. I feel as if I'm going to get attacked for that. What do you think about For Honor? I haven't played it. DC or Marvel? That's a tough question. I'm not really into comic books, so I couldn't give you a straight answer. I guess the Marvel Cinematic Universe is kind of anally pounding the DC equivalent at the moment, so I guess it's a safe bet to go with Marvel, but I mean, I don't care if they're superheroes, DC or Marvel. Most of them are ridiculous, and they've got a few good stories on either side, so, you know, I can't really choose. How much money would you eat ass for? I'm going to move on to the next question. Hey Fishy, who's your favourite Star Wars character?
Hello there.
Favourite sport? I'll assume that means favourite sport, and do martial arts count? Because if so, that's your answer. Where would you like the next Elder Scrolls game to be set? Either Hammerfell or High Rock. That would be great. Fishy, do you exercise like football, swimming or gym? Well, I have plenty of weights down there that I work on. I do a lot of running. I do martial arts, like I just mentioned. I do have quite a variety of exercise in my life. Do you like cheesecake? And if so, how many times have you been jailed for kidnapping 57-year-old men? Yes and 6. Are you the cousin of the English king? Nope. Have you ever been to the US? And if not, would you want to go at some point? I mean, at some point, sure, I would like to go. I don't see any reason why not. I'll probably wind up there at some point in my life. But no, I have never been to the United States. Is Dennis a good boy? Only the goodest. Where do you live in the UK? That's for me to know, and you to never find out, hopefully. Are you a big suck beast? No, I'm gonna say no on this one. Since you seem to like RPGs, what's your opinion on MMORPGs like World of Warcraft? Well, you see, I do like RPGs, because I can like invest my time in an open world, but at the same time I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer. That's also why I'm really into RPGs, and I feel as if an RPG needs to be experienced to the full in a single player experience. So I feel as if an MMORPG actually takes away from the RPG element and it just becomes more MMO, so I'm not really a big fan of MMOs, because I'm not a fan of multiplayer, and I like RPGs because it's not multiplayer most of the time. But, you know, I'm sure they're not dreadful, they're just not my cup of tea. Do you have a cat? No. Are you excited for Spider-Man 2018? If you mean the game that's coming to PS4, then I am super excited for that. It looks incredible. Do you like Deadpool? Yes, I think Deadpool's fucking hilarious. I haven't seen the second movie yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. What are your thoughts on James and Tyler not making Assassin's Creed videos and covering Assassin's Creed news anymore? Are you going to make the same decision? I mean, no, I'm not going to make the same decision, but I do understand where James and Tyler and George are coming from when they've distanced themselves from the franchise. I too would like to branch out my content as well. However, I'm not going to make the same decision and completely distance myself from the franchise because I'm still more connected to the franchise, still more, invested than James, Tyler and George are at this point. But I completely respect and understand their decision to step away from the franchise because I guess they're just tired of it, and as is their right, so fair enough to them. Will you lick my cat for pleasure purposes? I think I'll give it a miss. What's the meaning of life? 42. How tall are you? 5 feet and 11 inches. Do you play Fortnite? Only if friends are online. I wouldn't touch that game if I was on my own, fuck that. What's your favourite open world from the wildlife perspective in gaming? Ooh, open world of a wildlife perspective. So the best wildlife open world. This is a hard question. I'm not sure I can give you an answer. But games with really nice wildlife in the open world. The Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption, Skyrim. I guess Horizon Zero Dawn. There's plenty to go for here. Fishy, do you like potatoes? Oh yes. Yes I do. I fucking love potatoes. Despite the fact that the 2016 movie didn't do very well, do you ever think a live-action adaptation of Assassin's Creed could ever work and turn out well? In the form of a movie? No. A TV series? Different question, maybe. But definitely never, ever a movie. The general basics of an Assassin's Creed narrative are way too, I'm going to use the word complex and long-winded to ever fit into 2.5 hours. So that's why the Assassin's Creed movie wasn't for me, because it was all forced in, the pacing wasn't very good, things like that. It might work in the TV series because you can slow down there, you can elaborate on points and things like that, but the Assassin's Creed story is just not for feature length. It just isn't. Are we going to recreate the British Empire? Please. Sure. Let's fucking do this. Let's make the world bow down to us as we slurp our tea like sloppy bastards. No. I think that trying to recreate the British Empire might just not go our way. What was your favourite subject in school? History was, actually. I really liked history. Is Fishy thick? I don't know. Am I allowed to answer this question? I'm not going to bother. Do you put children in blenders? What the fuck are these questions? Skyrim or The Witcher 3? Oh god. Oh, that's a fucking tough one. Such a hard decision. They're both fucking amazing games, but for so different reasons, yet they fit into the same genre so you can still compare them. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna go with The Witcher 3. Have you read the comic Kill or Be Killed by Image Comics? No, I'm not really into comics, like I said earlier. Why are you so sexy? When I screenshotted this question, I had something witty to say here, but I've completely forgotten it. I'm just going to say I don't know. Will you be getting Spider-Man PS4? Absolutely. I'm really excited to see what that game has to offer. Why did you choose to make videos on Assassin's Creed games if you hate them? First things first, I don't hate them. I'm just critical of certain aspects, but all in all, I am an Assassin's Creed fan still. I still like the franchise to a degree. It's not helping my argument, is it? I don't hate Assassin's Creed games. If I hated Assassin's Creed games, I wouldn't be wasting my life making videos on them. And we've come to the end of the questions. Now, thank you all very much for watching this video. I do hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share. Comment your questions down in the comment section for the next video, which will be a month from now. Be sure to go ahead and drop me a follow on Twitter as well. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you all very soon with another video at some point.